Good morning, children. In the last class, we started our memory poem and completed first two stanzas. In today's class, we'll look into the remaining sessions of the poem. Let us recall. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though he will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. He gives his harness bells a shake. Here he refers to the horse. So the horse is shaking its head. By that it rings its bell. It seems it's asking if there is anything wrong. Likewise, the poet is assuming likewise, and it is a complete silence was there in the forest except the noise of the bell and wind and the flake. So here personification has been used. We'll explain you later. The woods are lovely, dark and deep. Lovely, dark and deep are adjective. It says more about the noun. But I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. And miles to go before I sleep. These are known as repetition. Figures of speech will be explained in deep later. Let us just focus on the poem alone now. So the poet, the author, loves the man who was riding on the horse, loves this place where he was residing. He loves the darkness, he loves the wind, flakes, snow, everything. He thought to stay there itself, but he have many promises means responsibility. Simply as such we can't go and stay in a forest, right? So he have more responsibilities, so he want to move on, but he wished to stay there, but due to the responsibility he can't. And miles to go before I sleep. To fulfill the promises of a rural life, the poet has to move on. By the repetition of the last line, we could understand the importance of his departure from the forest. So the summary of the poem. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening was written by American poet Robert Frost in 1922 and published in 1923 as part of his collection New Hampshire. The poem is told from the perspective of a traveler who stops to watch the snowfall in the forest, and in doing so reflects on both nature and society. The poet thinks about the owner the woods as he was passing through and is fairly sure of knowing him. However, the owner's home is far away in the village, and thus he is physically incapable of seeing the poet pass to watch the snowfall in the forest. The poet thinks his horse must find it strange to stop so far from any signs of civilization. Indeed, they are surrounded only by the forest and a frozen lake on the longest night of the year. The horse shakes the bell on its harness as if asking the poet whether he had made any mistake by stopping. The other sounds beside the ringing of these bells is that of the wind falling snowflakes which the poet enjoys. The poet finds the woods were alluring, drawn both to their darkness and how vast and all-encompassing they seem. However, the poet has obligations to fulfill elsewhere. Thus, though he would like to say and rest, the poet knows there are many more miles to go before that will be possible. Just by reading the summary, you can get the whole idea of the poem, and it is a wonderful poem about the relationship between a human and the nature. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, Robert Frost. Hope you understood. Thank you so much.